Hello everybody to the stream. Welcome once again. We're doing today some practice matches for the hardened skills in Pioneer. Today I would like to try something slightly different. I recently received a message on the tapped out from a person asking about the merchant's dark hand, whether it's too clunky right now, too slow, or overall hard to use. And in the light of his message, I would like to actually try it out today. I did test it before, but that was before we had artifact skills. And I think with the Spire of Industry, it's more probable to actually use it. Maybe later on find the walk-in ballista when we need to, and so forth. The big question here becomes, what exactly do we want to sub into the merchant's dockhand, and how many do we want to put in? So instead of doing this on my own, I would like to go through it here, and I already separated into piles what exactly I'm thinking to take out, what are the options, and I think the ideal number of dockhands that I would like to run would be either 1 or 2. Let me just move this a little bit. Okay, so as you can see, if we decide to put in 2 merchant dockhands, I would either like to cut Chamber Sentry or the Heartless Act. Those seem like the 2 cards I use the least for now, and especially if we decide to bring another construct into the play, the Steel Overseer and the Metallic Mimic become even more pricier here. On the other end, we also have Fatal Push, but I would rather have Fatal Push than Heartless Act in the play. And if we decide to move only 1 merchant dockhand into the deck, I think dropping a Chamber Sentry here would be something I would consider. We will start definitely with just 1 for now. And instead of dropping the Sentry right away, what we're gonna do, we're gonna drop 1 Heartless Act. Yeah, me too. And welcome to the stream again. We missed you yesterday. I'm glad that you showed up today, and I hope that you're gonna enjoy today. Doing a slightly different thing. I think we're gonna start with 1 for now, and keeping 1 Heartless Act in the main board. And matter of fact, why I think Merchant's Dockhand is actually great here is it triggers the colored mana of the Spire of Industry on its own, so it acts as one of these 1 mana artifacts that I usually use in order to have the colored mana in turn 2 for a Wine Construct or anything else, and it sort of acts the same. Plus, if we need the blue and we have 1 Spire of Industry in a play, it definitely is going to activate the Spire of Industry. Do I want to make any other changes? I don't want to change my mana base right now. I think just having 1 Merchant's Dockhand is okay. I see Spire of Industry frequently enough, so it shouldn't be an issue. If it will be, we can always take it out and test without it and so forth. For the first game though, we're gonna keep it this way. Now another thing I wanted to bring out, I had a matchup yesterday with the Inverter, which I haven't seen in a while, but I've noticed that the number of decks for the recent week 5, there was a sort of like a, let me actually bring it up. There was on Reddit a recent spread of decks played for the week 5. I'm gonna pull it up and I'm gonna show you guys so that you have it. Meanwhile, as I do that, make sure to note that I added a couple of chat commands. You can now participate in the quest mode, which is a free way to help out the channel. You can earn points and you can even earn a sub for my channel, which is going to help out a lot. And meanwhile, you're going to have fun, which is performing different tasks like installing an app, and you're going to play to reach a level 5 and so forth and so forth. Just give me a second. I'm going to bring up the spread. Alright, here we have it. Alright, so there is a spread of the metagame breakdown during the week 5 since Ikoria was released. So we have a couple of different options here. One is that we look at the metagame breakdown week 5, which is Jeskai Fires mostly, Boar's Burn in the 2nd spot, and Dimir Inverter in the 1st spot. And this is the data that the person gets from the official events like preliminary super qualifiers and challenges. So it's definitely worth looking at. If we look at since Ikoria was released, the percentage is mostly populated by the burn, and we see Inverter as well in the 3rd place. In terms of companions, we see that Yorion is the most played companion, which makes sense. If you see a lot of Jeskai Fires, all of them run the Yorion at this point. And Loris is on the 2nd place, and it dropped slightly in the percentage. A lot of people are playing a lot of Grave Hate, so it's worth noting that we're going to see the last Loris for now. Since Ikoria was released, of course, Loris was played initially very, very much. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's get to the game. I think it's worth trying to see exactly how the deck runs the way it is. Hopefully we get to see Merchant's Dark Hand. If not, we're going to increase the count. Although I'm worried about seeing too many Merchant's Dark Hands. It's a good 1/2 for 1 mana. But it's not better than a Stone Cold Serpent per se, and it doesn't get counters. Although, I like it as a situational card, and it could get us out of trouble at times, so I do want to test it with a 1-off. Let's see if there are any Pioneer Tournament practice matches right now. None yet, so let's make one and see if we can get a game going with the deck. And I think after this game we're going to come back to the Inverter. The thing I wanted to discuss is exactly me taking out the Graveyard Hate for the Inverter matchups. I had Lost Legacies in the sideboard. I took them out and replaced them with the Lantern, which I think is fantastic. But seeing the Inverter is coming back, I think it's worth looking at what exactly we're not using as much right now, which I think would be the Enchantment Hates, because we're not seeing a lot of Heliots and SRAM Auras and the Orzo Auras. So maybe dropping it to 1 and including 1 Lost Legacy would be something I would consider. We will definitely check it out later on. So game 1 we're playing 2nd. Let's see what we actually get in the opener. I have a bunch of constructs. We got a Stone Cold Serpent, no Scales effect. It's a weird hand to keep. With 2 lands though, it's not that bad. But going 2nd, it's worth the keep, I think. So I'll still keep it. If you've been on my streams before, you'll notice that I'm keeping a lot of hands without Scales too. The reason is, when you're playing artifact Scales, the artifacts on their own can actually do really well, even without Scales. So a decent hand is worth keeping. I got another land. Let's start with the Forest into seeing blue-white. It could be Control, it could be Jeskai Fires. So definitely I'm debating whether I want to keep my Serpent for later to bring it in with more counters. So I think the play here is going to be playing Sentry for 1. And passing the turn. Probably is either Jeskai, probably Jeskai Fires. Seeing the Temple, I think that's what it's gonna be. Yeah. There's also a possibility of the Jeskai just straight up Planeswalker decks floating around, so either or could be the option. Wine Constructor. Wine Constructor is not bad. Let's play the overgrown tomb here. Let's play the Constrictor and attack opponent for 1. Okay. Let's see what opponent's gonna have on turn 3. Probably to Fairy or anything equivalent. Glacial Fortress. Get in. Yep. This will be tough. Ozolith is exactly what I want to see in terms, in case we see the board wipe. Let's see, so could play Ballista, could play Walker here. Walker is the better option, I think, right now. I'll definitely play Ozolith. We're gonna drop Gideon to 3. Keep it controlled. Hopefully next turn the Walker is gonna be able to finish off Gideon. In this case, he's gonna have to choose one of them. Let's go to combat, hit Gideon with the Sentry. Alright. Pass the turn to opponent. So now the board wipe doesn't really, and in terms of board wipe, I mean the 3 mana Deafening Clarion. Seen Fires, okay. Fires is great. Yeah, Supreme Verdict. So I expected the board wipe correctly, and we're gonna get counters on the Ozolith. As well as get 2 Topters, which is great. I like it. Gideon is definitely gonna die next turn, since we are able to put the counters on the Topter and hit Gideon for 4. Spire of Industry. What do we want to do now? I could play the Walker for 1 or for 2 even. I think it's worth playing the Walker for 2 here. Let's kill Gideon first. Okay. Let's attack Gideon. I don't want to play either of these. I suspect that he might have another Supreme Verdict in there, or similar. So with Gideon gone now, I feel pretty comfortable with 3 cards in his hand to play the Walker. And play it for 2 here. Okay, and pass the turn. Alright, so now he definitely needs a board wipe or Teferi or something. Teferi is not really a solution here. And I'm really happy to see Ozolith actually show up. That was right on time. Gonna see granted for Rest in Peace. Definitely it's gonna be Hateful Lures. Rest in Peace is fine. I'm trying to think if we can remove Rest in Peace somehow right now with the main board. I don't think we can. We'll have to bring in some Enchantment Hate. Opponent is not playing anything else. 3 cards in hand. Alright. What do we want to do now? I think the biggest thing we want to do now is attack opponent for 5. Keep mana for Hangerback Walker Pump. and play Steel Overseer right now. We're gonna see Supreme Verdict. It's gonna hurt, but we can always play more stuff next turn, I guess. Let's play Steel Overseer. Gonna go safe. Go to combat. Attack opponent for 5. And pass the turn here. Alright, opponent down to 12. If we will see the Supreme Verdict, we will have 3 Thopters on the field, as well as 5 counters on Ocelot. It's gonna be Teferi. I'm gonna see something bounce, and he's gonna get a draw. Bounce in the Walker. I'm gonna tap the Walker in response. Make sure that we get the 3 counters on Ocelot of that. Alright. Seems decent. The Tension Sphere is gonna hit our Thopters, I'm assuming. Makes sense. So we're gonna get 6 counters on Ocelot now. This was effectively a 2-card board wipe. A lot of enchantments. Definitely need to bring enchantment removal on the second game. Okay, so this turn we have another Ocelot. That's a dead draw for now. Could replay the Hangerback Walker here. Replay it for 2 or 1. Should I do 2 or should I do 1? We can play Ballista for 2. Entering as 2 plus 7. It's gonna be 9. Slightly short. Could remove the Fairy. Bring him pretty low. I think I want to play Hangerback Walker here instead. I think that's something that I feel like is a better choice. Do I want to play 2 things here? It's an interesting question. I don't think I'm even gonna pump with the Overseer. I'm gonna straight up attack the Fairy with Overseer here. So let's play the Walker for... I'll play it for 2 again. It doesn't hurt. Opponent cannot really cast anything in response. If I'm not mistaken, Fire Zone Invention doesn't let him play spells. Maybe this. If he pluses this, I think he can play it as a sorcery, as a flash. But Fire Zone Invention prohibits him from playing during my turn, so that's a bonus. Let's go to combat. Put it on a Walker. Swing into Fairy. Put the Fairy out of business. Fairy's gone. That's pretty good. And let's pass the turn. Let's see what else he has. The Tension Sphere or anything of the similar sorts would deal with the Walker. Considering that we have 2 more threats in hand, one of them pretty big. Another Teferi, okay. Let's play all the Teferis we can, right? Alright, 8 counters on Ocelot. I might have lethal next turn, no? 1, 2, 10. So close. Very close to lethal. That would be a 10-10 Ballista. With a 1 more damage from either pumping by Overseer or Kidding is not good. Okay, so Steel Overseer is not gonna be able to hit next turn. I still can play the Ballista and remove both of them. Which could be the better option here. Hey, we see the Merchant's Dockhand. It's actually not a bad draw here. I'm actually liking the draw. Be able to pump the Dockhand too here. Interesting. I like that it showed up. Now what exactly do I want to play here? Do I want to play the Walker, Ballista? I think here now it's going to be Ballista. Dockhand. Serpent. Gotta go all in now, I think. Go to combat. Put it on Ballista. Let's go to main phase instead. Tap the Overseer. Kill this. And let's kill this too. Alright, now we can pass the turn. Let's see what else opponent is gonna have under his sleeve. We can play 2 cards right now. It's gonna be one of them, it's gonna be Jace. That hurts. What exactly do I have to do? Yeah. Still wanna read that. Real top 3. An opponent separates those cards into 2 piles. Okay. Well, that was an interesting hit, but it doesn't really help him at all. He was looking for a board wipe, I think, here. That would be his best bet. Let's go to sideboard. Unravel the Aether is gonna come in. What else do we want to see here? Assassin's Trophy, I think. Fatal Push is out. Heartless Act is out too. Definitely gonna see Duress. Didn't get to see Merchant's Dockhand in action, but we still get to play it. I think that's great. Just being able to pump it is still good. It was a decent body on the field. Alright, what else do we want to take out? Dockhand could be something we'd take out of here. Maybe drop the Serpents here. Gideon can still target it, and Board Wipe's still gonna hit it. Fires usually doesn't play a lot of monocolor removal, so I see how I can potentially take out the Serpents. I'm gonna try it like this and see how it's gonna be. Let me, by the way, update the list on the Stream Deck. You can always view the current list that we're playing right now by clicking on the right side of the screen. That's gonna have the whole list. I like this hand. This is a pretty good hand. Got only 2 creatures, we have Ozolith, so definitely a keep. And see what opponent plays. Let me just update with the Dockhand here. Merchants, Dockhand. Added 1 instead of one of the Heartless Acts. Okay, Okay, that's all updated, so you can now guys see the actual list. It's a tap land and our turn. Play the Bloomin' Marsh. Ooh, Unravel is also great. Can get rid of his fires or anything else. Slow him down a little bit. We'll play this. Pass the turn. Next turn we could play another Hardened Skills and Ozolite. Not playing anything for now. Interesting. Let's play... Should I play Wine Constructor now? We draw a land, we could potentially play Hardened Skills into Walker. Quite a debate. He might have a counterspell or something of the sorts. Let's see, for 2 mana, I'm comfortable going with Ozolite first. No counterspell, play the second skills and pass the turn. I do want the Ozolite to survive on the field. It's one of the not so many cards that helps us out against the control decks. Planeswalker, so probably to Fairy. He can bounce our Ozolite. Narset. That's okay. Narset is fine. Okay. Our opponent got the Omen of the Sea into his hand. We got a Duress. Duress is great here, although we're kind of short on the mana. I would like more lands here, I think. Could play Wine Constructor here. Could play a Walker. And then Duress him next turn. Both options are pretty viable. If I Duress him now, I could actually see his whole plan. He has for a couple of next turns, I like that. If we Duress, we could play Chamber Sentry now, it's gonna enter as a 3-3. Still significant threat. Although I'd like him to search for another card with Narset, so, and then Duress him after that, I think. Because I still cannot deny the Narset's minus for now, so let's play Hangerback Walker here. At least we can generate some board presence and pressure. And in addition, if we get to draw another land next turn, we could play a Duress into Unravel of his fire and or a Wine Constructor. We will be seeing a pretty big Chamber Sentry here, I think. I don't think he would be playing counter spells and Fires of Invention deck. Unless he took out the Fires. Omen? Okay. It's a main step Omen. Gets the Scry, which is a smart play since he gets to minus Narset now and actually get a decent card in his hand. I think that was a dead hit. He didn't hit anything at all with Narset. Oh no, he hit another Omen. Never mind. So he has another Omen in the hand. Definitely gonna play that on his end step, I'm assuming. Okay, let me just double think here. So, could potentially another Ozolite. Ugh. Gotta hate it when that happens, especially when we need lands. Could play Duress here. Tap this at the end step. I'm liking the Duress right now. Let's see what he has in his hand. How good is his hand? Okay, he's gonna play Omen right now, which I think is even better for us. He's gonna draw and we're gonna see more stuff. Both cards on top. We see Fires, we see Jace, Elspeth Conquers Death, Supreme Verdict. Which one do we like the least? So definitely gonna see Fires being played next turn into one of the other spells. Also 2 Phase of Wishes. It's a lot of cards he has. Tough choice. I think I want to take Supreme Verdict here. This will essentially exile my Hangback Walker. I will never be able to replay it. As well as not being able to get the tokens from it. So... still get counters on the Ozolite, so let's take his. Oh, I hate these choices. Okay, Elspeth Conquers Death is. It's 2 Fae of Wishes. Don't want to tap it right now. I might actually like to tap this right now so that we don't get bumped. No, it's fine. If he plays Fires, he's not going to be able to do it in an instant, so it does not matter. Let's see, we're going to get 6 counters on Ozolite. And then we can unravel his Fires of Invention. Fires, yep. And the second would be Supreme Verdict. Place the Sacred Foundry. Tapped. Place Yorion. Get these bounced back. Okay. And the Narset too. Huh. Alright. Seems good. Two Omen triggers here. Now let's tap it right now. Makes no sense to wait with that. Should definitely play Unravel next turn. It's 2 more draws. A lot of card advantage here. Okay. Let's go to our turn. Witch's Owen. Witch's Owen. I could sack my Hangback Walker, but now that's what I would like earlier in response to Elspeth's conquest. Fortunately, we're not gonna play that right now. Instead, we are going to attack for 6. Who exactly? Narset? or him. Smack face. Blocks with the Yorion. Shuffle the fires. Pass the turn. Can draw the third land, would be much easier to play with another land. Unfortunately, you're limited to playing only one spell per turn. Okay, the Tension Sphere is fine. Seems very good in this case. Okay. Second Attention Sphere on the Azoth, I'm assuming. Okay. That hurts. Not a land once again. So he has Supreme Verdict in hand. I don't think I want to waste my time just waiting here for Doomsday, so let's just go to game 3. The reason is I'm pretty behind not drawing a land, and he took the Azoth with counters, so I'm really behind at this point. Maybe mistake was not attacking with the Narset, maybe I should have. Let's see, do we want to change anything here? Definitely not. I think it's worth keeping the way it is. Yeah, let's keep it this way. I want to be more aggressive this time since we are in play. No Azoth. Not really any solution for his planeswalkers or enchantments. Still keep. Trying to be aggressive here, so let's see how that goes for us. Pass the turn. Turn 2 would be a Steel Overseer. Turn 3 would be a Hangerback Walker. Maybe even Chamber Sentry too. That hurts. Oath of Chandra. Alright. Widen Constrictor. I want to play the Constrictor here. Don't think I do. Let's play Hangerback Walker. And let's play Chamber Sentry. For me, the best version I think was the Artist Skills. This exact version right now, except minus the Dark Hand, of course. The other one I favor would be, at least if I try to rank them one by one, it would be Artifact Skills first, followed by Beaters, and then Dorks all the way at the bottom. That's my personal ranking. I really don't like the Dorks version. Don't get me wrong, it's still strong, but I think in the current meta, artifact on the first one than the beaters. The beaters are also pretty good in the current meta too. Let's pass the turn here. Artifact skills is slightly how should I say this? It's more variable. I can play it the way I want to play it. If it needs to be mid-range, it's going to be mid-range. If it needs to be on aggro, it's going to be aggro. With beaters, you are essentially only on aggro. With Llanowar elves, meaning the Dorks version, you're mostly on the mid-range. Barely ever on the aggro. Okay, so we lost our Hangback Walker. A lot of removal here. Metallic Mimic. Play the Mimic, calling Snake. I'm afraid to be losing everything next turn to the Supreme Verdict. You gotta gamble here, I think. Okay. See if he has the Verdict in hand. Fires. Alright. And now it's set. Drawn from the dreams, that's essentially one more turn. He could draw on the dreams next turn and find the Verdict, so that's not good. Witch's Zone. Let's play the Snake. Play the Witch's Zone here. I'm in a weird position where it's hard to get out of the lock that he's already posing for us. I want to attack this. Alright, so be it. Go in like this. Gotta get rid of the Narset so he doesn't flicker with. That would give him another card draw effectively. Don't want that to happen. So drawn from the dreams. Granted. Okay. Let's see what he left on his sideboard. Supreme Verdict. Yeah, of course, why not? Might as well, huh? Wait, Loris doesn't really help me right now. I guess pass turn. Fires is a very difficult matchup, I think, for the skills. At least majority of the Fires matchups have been mostly at a disadvantage that I've played so far. Second drawn from dreams. Wow. I'm gonna wait for the next draw and then probably concede this match out. Pretty hard to win this. I gotta think what exactly we want to sideboard in. Maybe running Thoughtseize as main board is not a bad idea. Unfortunately, I'm not in the possession of Thoughtseizes, so I don't have that leisure to play them. So we have to get by. Yeah. He's already pretty far ahead. Alright, so coming back to what I was talking about. See if we can get one of these in here. I want to drop the act here. Let's do it like this, plus I do want to include Lost Legacy. Taken out. I haven't been using the dead weights lately. Just not so many creature decks running around. Tempted to drop the Unravel. Actually both Unravels and add one more Duress. Okay, let's try it this way and see how that is gonna go. Curious to see if we're gonna see more of the backhands. So far, not really impressed. Could have been better. Could have been much better. So if you're interested in buying the whole deck list, I have added a couple of links on the bottom. You can check them out. One of them is a card hoarder link. If you buy through that link, you're also gonna get a card hoarder bot credit, which is essentially like a free dollar or two. And the other link is gonna come up hopefully next week, which is gonna be TCG player link, and that's gonna be for physical cards. Alright, we got another game. We're not going first, we're going second. Hey, we got a dark hand. Pretty good hand. No skills, but more than enough lands. Probably even too many. Gonna keep it. Could be Jund. Loris. Probably Jund. Seems good. Not gonna lie, we don't have many chances on a turn on a game 1 play here, but I have the sideboard, a lot of chance there. If I play Bloom Marsh, I'm gonna play the Dockhand here instead of Skills. I don't think we're gonna see Thoughtseize. If we would have seen Thoughtseize, that would already happen. It's gonna throw opponent off, I think. Next turn play Steel Overseer. Grim Flare. Okay. Alright. Hopefully you see a Fatal Push. Another land. Alrighty. Play the Forest. Let's play the Overseer. And pass the turn. I don't think I want to see another land. Really hope I don't see another land. Can I not attack past the turn here? Even though we cannot block, attacking into a 2-2 doesn't make sense. Next turn we can play Hardened Scales and the Steel Overseer. That's the card I needed. Okay, he's gonna attack for 2. He's gonna get the advantage of seeing a bunch of cards on the top of his library. Top 3. Nothing is going in the bin. Oh, it didn't trigger yet. My bad. Pretty sure all the lands are gonna drop in the bin. Cheville is going in the bin. Alright. Hopefully we draw something nice here. Scavenging Ooze. Scavenging Ooze is not the best thing we want to see. And a Witch's Oven. That's a dilemma. Let's play the Scales. Play the Steel Overseer. I guess past the turn, he probably is gonna exile my Steel Overseer. Who's is gonna eat it? Wow. So good. Just clean it up. Why not? Gotta love the command. It's gonna take 5 here, down to 13. Lantern in the graveyard. Yeah, well, we're out of luck here. I wouldn't be surprised if I see another land right now. Great. Just gotta love that. Yeah. Alright, so Soul Guide Lantern is definitely gonna come in. Bring this in. I could play with the Duresses here, but I'm gonna bring them in on the draw. Yeah, I played the wrong land way before because I needed 2 black sources. I was gonna play. I mean, it doesn't matter. because I could have played the Witch's Own, and then I had the Black Source, but I wasn't getting out of that. He was way ahead. Next turn he would have played his Lurrus, and then I'm way behind. I like to play Deadweight. This is why I'm saying Deadweight is not fantastic. It's a great one-time removal. In terms of playing it with Lurrus against Jund, Jund is going to essentially kill my Lurrus every time. Not even going to have a chance to replay it from graveyard. Soul Guide Lantern is the best answer we have. Gonna bring in Lost Legacy too, even though it's slightly risky. I am not liking the Dark Hand here. Most probably gonna take them out. It is slow, and it's just a buddy, I guess. There are better choices than that. What else? So, gotta drop one more. I'm thinking about Witch's Own here. Usually I would take out an Overseer, because it's clunky and easily killed, or a Mimic. Let's play this way. Not bringing in Duresses yet. We're gonna be on the play. I want to be faster, less reactive, more speed. Three Constrictors. Wow. That's not a fast land. Gonna look for the Lantern here, I think. Or a different solution. I think this is decent. Definitely gonna keep that. What are we gonna put on the bottom? Well, of the choices that we have here, it's either gonna be Witch's Own or the Lost Legacy. And I think Witch's Own is gonna go on the bottom here. Let's play Bloomin' Marsh. I'm probably gonna get Thought Seized. So might as well play the Stone Cold Serpent here. Playing it for one is not the best option. Alright, let's pass. Probably gonna get Thought Seized. But it's not gonna change a thing. He's gonna take Ballista here or the Lost Legacy. No Thoughtseize. Okay. Still Overseer. Not a bad hit. Gotta lure out his removal spells, I guess, somehow. Okay. Missed the land hit. Could play Mimic here and risk by playing Ballista. And then just losing everything. Or I could just straight up play Ballista here. Or even a Stonecold Serpent. Let's try with the Stonecold Serpent first. We can always do Mimic into Ballista next turn. Let's do this, see if he kills the Overseer in response. Probably okay. Okay. Surely, why not? Still gonna have 2/2 Stonecold Serpent, which is a great blocker for his the 2-drop with the trample. Forgot the name of it. I think he's missing his land drops too. Seeing a Scavenging Ooze, that's gonna eat a Fatal Push. Hopefully he doesn't hit a land here. No land. Great, so we can push the ooze here. He also didn't hit a land. Definitely need to get rid of that. Not giving him any chances. And I guess let's play Stonecrow for 1 here. Kind of weird, but I'll take it. Attack him for 2, bring him down to 16. We are both stuck at 2 lands. I think he's slightly faring better. I'm at 3 cards, he is at 7. And he got his 3rd land drop, although he is not able to use it right now. And Unbridled Growth. Seems decent. Okay. Push the Serpent. That's gonna happen. That also means that our Mimic into Ballista is wide open right now. And that's exactly what we're gonna do now, since he cannot use that as a mana. So let's name Construct. Play this for free. And play this for free. And then attack him for 1. If he has a board wipe, well, tough luck. If he doesn't, at least we're gonna have some value on the field. Maybe a Languish or something like that. Stomping Ground tapped. Doesn't play anything else. We got an Overgrown Tomb. So I have choices here. I could use all my mana up, try to Lost Legacy for Crocs or anything else relevant, or play the Tombs tapped and keep the Walker to pump him up slightly and then attack with a 4. I think that is a better choice. Play this tapped, go to combat, swing 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. I have to take that. Unless he's gonna place some other removal right now. Push the Ballista. Callaghan's Command. And that hurts. Let's hit him in the face, I guess. It's going down only to 13. Feels bad. Grim Flare. And Satyr Wayfinder. Let's see what he heads in the graveyard. This will have Lost Legacy to respond to it. Deadweight, Grim Flare, Unbridled Growth. Well, no lands go into his hand. That's not bad. Do I want to hit the Deadweight? Quite possible. There's 1 mana open. Could be a push. If it is, great. But I don't think so. Second Walker. If I play that, it's gonna pretty sure we'll get dead weighted. Play Lost Legacy. I'm gonna be tapped out. I'm not gonna be able to block the Grim Flare. Most surely gonna be playing Loris next turn. This is hard. Guess let's play the Walker. Since we still have to somehow block the Grim Flare, I guess. I don't know. This is kind of tough position. I think either way we cannot get ourselves out of this hole, but and the big question is, do I want to double block with the walkers to make sure he doesn't get more advantage from top of my library? Oh. Okay. I think Scavenger Ooze is gonna do it. Let's pump that up. Okay, opponent is passing. Wide constructor is not something I want to see. I guess it's time for the Lost Legacy. So many targets to hit. I don't think Lost Legacy was the right thing to bring into this matchup. It's like I hit Grim Flare. It's gonna have other things to play with. Deadblade removes essentially a lot of my stuff. He can bring another Scavenger Ooze too. So let's remove these two. There's definitely Crocs or somewhere in the library. Let's go to combat, attack for 4. Kind of getting discouraged here already. I don't think there's anything I can do at this point. It's gonna be getting more light that I can deal damage to him. In addition to repeatable removal. Yep. That's quite dull. I think the plan would be to take out the Dark Hand here. In this deck. Yeah, we get it. Guys flexing. Sure. Well, Witch is on doesn't really help out. Haven't exalt all the graveyards. Loris is no use whatsoever. Can attack him for 3. Yeah, I don't think we can do anything about this. Alright, let's go readjust the deck again. I think that's enough testing of this. I'm not liking it in the current list. I'm gonna take out dead weights. I don't like playing with these. Gonna bring in one more Lost Legacy, and I think the Lantern is gonna come back. In here, we will bring back the Chamber Sentry. That was much better construct, I think. I think this is what we're gonna keep it at. I do want to have the Lost Legacies here. I think this is what I want to see. We got one more game going. Let's go first. It's great we're going first this game. I'll just quickly adjust the deck list real quick. Add the Lost Legacies in. Alright, deck list is updated with the changes we just made. The hand looks awful, especially by playing first. So this is gonna be a mulligan. Slightly better hand. It's gonna be a keep. I'm gonna decide to drop what do I want to drop here? Do I want to drop the Mimic or do I want to drop the Serpent? Mimic has more potential here. I think I want to keep all the lands that I have here. Maybe drop Inventor Sphere. Yeah, let's start with that. Play the Marsh into Witch's Zone. Pass the turn. Not aggressive at all, but it's the best I can do at the moment. Alright. Thoughtseize? No Thoughtseize. Every time I see a swamp or a black mana, I always think it's gonna be Thoughtseize. I don't know why nobody's playing Thoughtseize anymore. I guess because it's expensive for the same reason I'm not playing it. Spire of Industry. Got 2 mana. I'm afraid of a Fatal Push, so I'm not gonna risk this. I will play a Stonecold Serpent though. Pass the turn. Let's see if it gets pushed. Yep. Push is in action. We got to do this again. That's okay. Alright, so this is going to be most probably Inverter, I think. Try Mimic. Chamber Sentry. Kill this. Quench. Quench is good. Pass the turn. We got quenched. Next turn, draw a land, play Lurus into Stonecold Serpent again. What is this? Nightfall Spectre? Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, that player exits the top card of the library. You may play lands and cast spells from the exile card. So this is like a the other Spectre from the most recent set. Okay. I guess that's great. So this is not an inverted deck. It's gotta be something else. Something else. Alright, let's play Lurus into a Stonecold Serpent. At least it can block that. 1, 2, 3. Stonecold. Pass the turn. No attacks. I'm running shy on cards. Opponent still has 5 in his hand. 4. Murderous Rider. Are you playing the creature? Okay. Interesting choice. Not sure why he didn't use the... Oh, that was a mistake. It makes sense. So he should have played the sorcery. Alright, opponent doesn't want to play. Fantastic. Let's play another one. I guess opponent rage quit because of the mistake he did. No matches yet. Alright, let's wait for the next match. Hopefully we can get one soon. Plan for tomorrow is gonna be play a league, hopefully at around the same time, maybe a little bit later, maybe at 6. I'm gonna play one league consisting of 5 matches. Going to explore the current competitive meta more. Alright, we got a same match. Same opponent. There's sabotage in our matches, but we got a different match. No worries. Playing first. I like that. A decent hand. I'm actually liking this hand a lot. We got the Scales, we got the Hangerback Walker, Stonecold Serpent, and Enter Sphere. Seems pretty good. Pretty fast too. If we had a Metallic Mimic, it's even better. Turn 2 we can play Llanowar Wastes into Steel Overseer. Ginger Brew. Affinity probably? Opponent's going aggressive too. Walking Ballista. Definitely waiting for the Mimic. Gonna keep waiting. Play the Overseer. Pass it to opponent. Next turn we can play Inverter Sphere into Stone Coil into Hangerback. Or even the Walking Ballista to start removing his stuff. As long as the Overseer survives. The Woolen Wilds is a good sign. That means he's gonna be stuck with 1 mana for this turn. Gonna attack for 1. I'm gonna take that. He even paying the mana cost to make it unblockable. Why not? Pretty good. Spire of Industry. I'll still play Inventor Sphere here. I'm gonna start gaining life next turn. Let's get Ballista on the field. No reason not to. It's gonna be pretty big. As well as the Serpent. Now let's choose to pump them. Kill this. And pass the turn here. I think our work is done here. We're pretty much ahead of opponent right now. No matter what he's gonna play, should be able to remove it with Ballista. And next turn we'll be dealing a lot of damage. Hey Evan, the Hydra in this deck unfortunately just doesn't work. We're trying to maximize the artifacts here, and I think a lot of people have switched to the artifact because of the ability to unload the whole hand on the field. As for the Hydra overall, I think people still play it. It's not putting up big results. We haven't seen a lot of regular Dork decks lately, but I'm pretty sure it's played. If I would be playing the Dork deck, I'm still use the Hydra, as well as a couple Hydras in the beta version too. Just here, it doesn't work. I've tried it. It's not there. You don't want it here. Haven't seen a lot of the cards from the opponent's deck, so playing second duress would be wise here, and I think that's all I'm gonna bring in. So duress and drop two of these and one Overseer. I think this is what I'm gonna use. But yeah, Hydra is a fantastic card still. It's a lot of value. And I like it in the beaters a lot too. But in artifact scales, it doesn't maximize the value engine here, I think. Plus, I barely get to 3 mana even. Casting Hydra for 1 is not as good as having it cast for X equals 3 with the Dorks. Scales, 2 of them. Push. Serpent. Got decent land base. I'm gonna keep this, it's good. Opponent is also keeping 7. Hope of Gyroper. Very nice. Very interesting. And very nice. Spire of Industry. I'm gonna put Blooming Marsh into Hardened Scales. Yeah, why not? I'm not worried about him sacrificing or attacking me for 1. I have a solution for it later on. Two islands, so it's mono blue. Mono blue artifacts. Emery. Okay. Seems decent. Oh, a lot of janky cards here. It's Transmogrifying Wand. This is the Ensoul artifact deck. So it's gonna hurt eventually. I'm gonna wait for him to cast that and then remove it with a push. Let him attack. Next turn we'll play Wen Constrictor, I think. Could play a Stone Cold Serpent too. Okay. Trying to lock us out, but I'm not running a lot of instants, and the second player has upkeep, so yeah, this is an Ensoul deck. It's not the Is it Ensoul? It's just a regular mono blue Ensoul. I don't really care if it has attacks right now whatsoever, so just gonna do my thing, build the board, and then put up efficient blockers. I think mono blue and soul is much weaker than Is it? What is this? Now I'm Simic and soul? Okay, this is some janky build. I'm not even gonna worry too much about this. We're definitely not gonna see this. As soon as I saw Transmogrifying Wand, that was definitely not a regular Ensoul deck. Pretty sure the plan for him was to tap Emery, bring this back, etc, etc. I've played with the Hope of Ghirapur combo in this specific build. Having 2 hopes in the sideboard against stuff like Lotus Breach and so forth. But unfortunately it's not enough. Thur is still better. Oh, he's gonna cast Transmogrifying Wand. Okay. Very nice. Tough choice I have here. Should I play Stone Cold Serpent right now? Should I just wait? But what am I waiting for? No idea. Can do this only once a turn. Most probably if I play Stone Cold, that's what's gonna die. Okay. Well, I guess the Stone Cold Serpent is gonna die. At least his mana is gonna be occupied for a little bit. Alright, Emery for the Hope. Sure. Not gonna be able to attack with it though right now. Welcome to the chat, everyone who is just joining. It's nice to have you guys on the stream. Make sure to leave a follow and subscribe. There's also Chat commands enabled. You can put a exclamation point quest to see the quest mode page that helps out the channel. You can actually earn a free sub there. And there are a couple of links on the bottom below the video. You're gonna see there a card hoarder link. You can get a free bot credit when you buy through the link. And you can also check out the YouTube channel there, and as well as all my other decks that I usually play. They're all listed on Tapped Out. Golden Egg. Our creature is not gonna die this turn. Seems very good for us. That means we can punch in essentially for 7 damage next turn. I think this is pretty good. Another Wine Constructor. Not bad. Not bad, not gonna lie. So, Wine Constructor, right now. Into Overgrown Tomb tapped. Into combat. Swing 7. Pass the turn. I'm gonna wait for him to kill my Serpent. I'm gonna push the Emery as a result. Skilled Animator. What's the target? Pretty sure it's gonna be Hope here. Oh, it's an egg. Right, it can animate the regular artifacts too. Sure. I'll be glad to fail push it. Guess this is gonna be the fatal push here. Could kill Skilled Animator here too. Let's see the attacks. Just this. Okay, let's push the egg. Why not? Bye-bye, egg. I'm gonna sack the Hope, thinking that I have more removal in my hand. I don't think it's gonna sack it. It needs more damage to go through right now. He's so aggressive with it. Way too aggressive. Walking Ballista. Okay. Walking Ballista. Yeah, we can clear it up pretty efficiently. So why not? I think this is gonna be game after this. This essentially clears out his board pretty effectively. We can attack for a lot of damage here. Let's kill that. And kill that too. Go to combat. No blocks and finish him off. I expected that he was not gonna block it, I guess. Alright. That's a good game. So far so good. Let's play one more. Hoping to see a Lotus Breach or Inverter or anything else. Would be fun, I think. For those who are interested, you can pull up the the deck list that we're playing right now somewhere over here. You can see all the cards in there. Just gotta wait for the next game to show up. I think I'm pretty solid on the current deck list. The only thing that worries me would be Fires of Invention. If you have any suggestions on how to deal with that with the current deck list, maybe some spicy sideboard options for that, and I would definitely look into it. Seems like this is the most problematic, and unfortunately right now the most played deck in Pioneer meta. Alright, we got a game. Going first. Seems fantastic. Decent hand to keep. I'm gonna keep it. Turn 1, play the Stonecold Serpent. Just because I want to pump it with a Steel Overseer after that. And it deals 1 damage pretty early. Choked Ashery. Opponent has an island in hand. Probably Inverter. Got a Witch's Owen. Start with the Overseer first. Go to combat. Attack for 1. Pass the turn. Opponent probably gonna opt at the end stop. Yep. Now I'm like 90% sure this is gonna be Inverter matchup. Only makes me happy. 'Cause I'm so happy. Alright, I believe that's the island he had in hand. Baby Jace. Mildly annoying. Heartless Act. I like that. Heartless Act is great. Angerback Walker or Widen Constructor? I think it's gonna be Hangerback Walker for this time. In addition to Witch's Own here. Let's tap this so we can attack for 2. And pass the turn. We have Heartless Act with Jace, so it's not a big issue, I think, right now. Second Choked Ashery, and we know that one has Feared Pulse in his hand. Play Narset. So we'll have to eventually hit Narset here, so he doesn't draw more cards in addition to what he's gonna grab right now. Is he just passing? Interesting. So he doesn't use his Narset. It's an interesting way of playing this. Okay, let's play Widen Constructor here. And let's Heartless Act this thing. Okay. So now ideally I want to pump with the Overseer. One going at Narset, second going at him. Discards the feeder pools. Okay. This is dead. Ready? Let's go to combat. This at Narset, this at him. Okie dokie. One at 13. Trying to think what board wipes can we see in these colors right now. There are a couple, but he needs to reach 4 mana, which I think he's gonna do right now. Alright, he's going to look for a swamp. Opt. Puts it on the bottom, that means he's looking for his pieces. Can't find them, and if he doesn't find them soon, he's gonna be pretty dead next turn. Thassa's Oracle. Yeah, this is definitely an Inverter deck. I feel like Thassa's Oracle is the only thing he could have put out right now. Still pretty good. I still look at a lot of cards, 4 cards, and doesn't give him a card though. Maybe he has a push here. Quite possible. Very true. I could use Witch's Own to sacrifice this and then pump and deal enough to kill him. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna sack the Walker here. Get these bunch so that we can pump them with the Overseer and deal lethal next turn. Second Hangerback Walker. Sure. Not gonna say no to that. Let's play that. Let's tap this, go to combat, and that should be lethal. Opponent should concede here now. Alright, that's lethal, especially with the trample. This is just 12 damage with the Topters. This is great. Let's get to sideboard. Lost Legacy N. Duress N. Fatal Push Out. Gonna be pretty quick here. We want to unravel here on the draw. Drop the sentries, I guess. And 1 Stone Coil. Submit it this way for now. Well, he logically should be running a Inverter here, although we didn't see any. I think he just didn't find it. He also gonna be running Jace and Thassa's Oracle. We cannot hit all of them. If we use Lost Legacy, target is gonna be Inverter, as it slows down him a lot. Let's see how it goes. It's a decent hand, but we don't really have any answer to his combo. It's gonna feel bad if we mull and then get not enough lands, all the lands in the world. So I just hope that we draw into one of the answers. Defeated pools. We drew a land. Blooming Marsh into Hardened Scales. Pass the turn. Next turn we'll play Hangback Walker. No counter. That's good. After that we'll play Stone Coil for 2. Just to leave one open to tap the Hangback Walker. Or not. Alright, opponent can see our hand. Let's play Forest into a Stone Coil into Witcher Zone. I don't know that. I think this is a better way of action by playing Stone Coil for 3. We got a big Stone Coil if he has Fatal Push, so be it. Next turn we can play Lurrus into Stone Coil again. Probably gonna be Inverter here. Yep. That means he has pieces in his hand that he needs. Okay. Seems good, opponent. I don't think I can do anything about that. So it's either Jace or he has the Passes Oracle. Can't attack into that, so gonna have to pass. Pretty sure he has the pieces, so just gonna wait for him to play it out. Oh, I should have had a Fatal Push right here. Push the Oracle and he doesn't win. Sick play right there, but unfortunately I don't have a Fatal Push or a Ballista or anything similar, unfortunately. You got it. Let's go to game 3. Bring the pushes back in. The rest doesn't really save against Inverter or any other pieces that he might have. Maybe use Soul Guide Lantern. Yeah, I don't like Duress here. Alright, let's try again. This time I'm gonna play Let's see how that goes. Well, that looks terrible. That looks better. Keep this and drop the waste on the bottom. See if he mulligans down to 5. This will be a turn 1 skills. Next turn, probably Stone Cold Serpent. Unless he's gonna Thoughtseize us right now. Well, no Thoughtseize. I guess I'm relieved. Could play Weenie Constrictor actually too. Slightly slower, but it is what we have. Have a meaningful Stone Cold Serpent next turn, or a Ballista next turn. Tapped Watery Grave number 2. Alrighty. Metallic Mimic into Stone Cold Serpent, and Metallic Mimic gets pushed. Yeah, that's not good. Just play Serpent for 2 here, in case he decides to push the Weenie Constructor. Doesn't push it, so let's go to combat and hit him for 2. Interesting. Land number 3. Okay, Fabled Passage. Thought Erasure. Gonna grab our Ballista here. Or Soul Guide Lantern. I don't know what he's afraid more. Okay. Soul Guide Lantern it is. Might have the combo in his hand. Sorta scary. Could play Mimic here into Ballista. Attack for 6. So next turn we're gonna see Inverter, and since he has Jace in the graveyard, that means that's one of his pieces. No land though. Sad. Very, very sad. Okay, let's go to combat. Let's see what else can you have. What else are you gonna kill? Because we have a Ballista. If he doesn't kill the Mimic, we can Ballista after that for 0 after playing. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. It should do the trick, I think. This is 4, 7. Yeah, I think this is gonna be lethal, if I can count correctly. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think we got this game. Because we get to play a Weenie Constrictor right now. Into Ballista for 0. And then we can just shoot him down. Great. Good games. Very nice. Seems good. I think I'm satisfied right here. Alright guys, do you want to play another game? How about we do a slightly different one? Let's do the beaters. I haven't played it in a while. Let's slightly change it up. Add one more Hydra. I want to adjust the sideboard. Let me see. For those who are watching, take a look and let me know if I'm missing anything important here. I don't think I modified it of any sorts from my previous deck list, but I think this is where it's supposed to be. Now what was I gonna drop? That's a good question. I think I was gonna put the pushes in here, and I was going to add one more avatar, if I'm not mistaken. And in here, that was dropping the... I think I was gonna drop the pushes altogether because I had Heartless Acts. Yeah, I think this is what it's gonna be. Let me just quickly make sure that you guys have it on the screen. And upload it to the Stream Decker so you can see it as a current deck. Alright, so it's all set. You should be able to see the new deck list now. If you don't, just make sure to refresh the web page, but it should be fine now. Sideboard at 13. Good call. Why is it at 13? Weird. Oh, I know why. I know exactly why. Good call, thank you. Yeah, the pushes were supposed to come out. I forgot that I was going to put the Dampened Spheres as well in there because of the Lotus Breach. And I added that at the Stream Decker as well. Dampened Spheres. Alright. Is it there? No. 1 second, guys. It should be all updated in a moment. There. Okay, so now the deck list should be definitely updated. Not gonna use pushes for this one. I had pushes in a main board. I think pushes have their place in main board. If you use in the sideboard, it's better off to use Abrupt Decay and Heartless Act in the sideboard. For now, I'm not gonna use any main board pushes. I want to more of test out how aggressive the deck can be. So let's go ahead and start a quick game. Alright, let's start a quick game and see how the beaters perform here. I haven't checked out recent lists on recent tournaments. I don't know if anybody else checked it out. If you did, guys, let me know. I'm curious if any other skills showed up in recent tournaments, maybe something new and spicy. I'm gonna take a quick look at it right now. What do we have here? We have a... Let me bring it up for you guys to see as well. I'm looking at a Pioneer League from the 21st, which is today. It's a dump from today. Got a game going too. I'm gonna take a look at it in a second. Seems like this is one of the lists here. A skill artifact skills list with a scavenging ooze in it. Weird. Interesting. Alright. Back to the game. Skills, experiment 1, Voracious Hydra. I think this is the perfect hand I'm looking for. So that's a 100% keep. It's my pleasure to play with this. Opponent is starting first. A little bit of a disadvantage. That's gonna be mono white. Very nice. Well, we're gonna start with a forest. Into experiment 1. Pass on the turn. What I want to see another hardened skills, I think, next turn. If I draw another hardened skills, I'm just gonna play 2 hardened skills there. If not, it's gonna be Widened Constructor. Alright, opponent attacking us for 1. Second land in, and then to 1 guard. It's a mono white Weenie. Weenie the Pooh. Okay. Bloomin' Marsh is a good draw. Let's start attacking him, I think. Time to get aggressive here. Go to combat. Swing 3. Beat face. Pass the turn. I don't have to take the 1 from a Sacred Candid anymore. We'll take 3 from a down to Vanguard though. I'll take that. Tithe Taker. Okay. Second skills. That's funny. Well, I'm gonna play Overgrown Tomb here. And I will play both skills. I think I'm not gonna attack here. Although maybe I should. It's gonna remove both of them. He's gonna be able to unbound this, and this is gonna give him 1 token. Yeah, I'm not gonna attack. That's fine. Let's put the skills in. Next turn we're gonna have a huge Voracious Hydra. I'll pass the turn here. Gotta make sure he doesn't attack us for a lot. I'm gonna take 3 here, down to 13. Thraben Inspector. Looking forward to a gigantic Voracious Hydra. An Avatar of Resolute. I liked it already. Okay, let's play Waste. Let's play Hydra. And double the counters. This should be huge. If he doesn't remove that, it's just gonna be huge. Don't even care about fighting people. At this point, I'm just gonna beat face with Trump. It's gonna be gigantic. Whoa. I think we can actually even attack here too. Because why not? He can block if he wants. You guys like that Hydra? 13-14? That's why I like beaters. Alright. Did the block. Trying to scrap for that life as much as possible. Next turn we get to play Avatar as well. It's not gonna... Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It should level up Experiment 1 as well. So it's gonna get Evolve. Using up the clue, he can draw a land, so it's kind of screwed here. Opponent is saying GG. Gonna respond as well. Let's start the sideboard. This was pretty straightforward. I think that was one of the best hands we could have had. This is what I'm looking at for now. If he is playing mono white Weenie, most probably he's not playing Heliod. If he is playing Heliod, well, this is what we're gonna bring in game 3. For now, it's not an issue. Heartless Acts. I don't know about Heartless Acts. I don't think Heartless Acts is worth bringing in. Abrupt the case is a different story. I think this is definitely worth. I will drop the Serpents. We're not gonna be seeing any other color than white. Makes no sense to keep that in. Matter of fact, let's just remove them completely. Play a little bit more removal since we're gonna be on the draw, and then later on we're gonna sub in a couple of Serpents in. Okay, we got Nissa. I haven't seen her in a while. Long time no see. Definitely a keep. Gotta draw into White Constructor here. Thraben Inspector. Play Experiment 1. Next turn we can play Hardened Skills and Experiment 1. Turn 3 Nissa should be a significant threat, I think. Okay, take 1 here. Second land, and we're gonna see... Ooh, this is a scary one, but thankfully we have Evolve. So it's not that big of a threat, I think, right now. Let's play the Forest. Play the second Experiment 1. Play the Scales. Pass the turn. It's not that scary. Could have been worse. Just because we have Nissa, being able to pump it up this way, it's pretty good. I feel good about it. Bygone Bishop. Okay. This is even better. Effectively allowing us to proliferate this gigantic here. Let's play Ensoul. Let's put the counters in. Gotta put up some blockers here. This is gonna die here, unfortunately, but that's fine. It's more important for me to put the counters on these creatures because I will be able to proliferate with Karn's Passion pretty soon. And that's gonna mean that they're gonna be pretty huge. Using the clue. Has more than enough mana, but he's looking for more creatures, I'm pretty sure. Gonna kill our Scales. That's a pretty good line of play here. Exile and Scales is pretty good. Kill Nissa. Sure. Nissa is dead. Then our turn. Second Avatar. Second Avatar. That means we gotta hold on the Karn's Bastion. We're gonna play them both right now. So yes to this. Play number 1. Perfect. Play number 2. even better. And we're gonna attack. No reason to hold back here. We have more than efficient blockers. Okay. 14-14. I'm feeling pretty good about this. Pretty huge avatars with trample means that we can handle this game pretty good. And then next turn we can play Karn's Bastion, proliferate everything, make them even bigger. That's exactly why I play one copy of Karn's Bastion for the moments like this. Alright, so he's gonna get 2 clues here. His value engine is going. Using the clue. We got it. That was pretty good. It's funny that we didn't draw any ballistas. We didn't draw the enters the battlefield effects. Do I even have any significant enters the battlefield? Well, I guess Avatar triggering Pelt Collector's experiment once. That's the main enters the battlefield. Voracious Hydra enters the battlefield effect. But other than that, it's funny that the fact that they enter with the counters, it doesn't count as entering the battlefield. That's why it's circumference through the issue of ETB effects. I like that. I like that a lot. Beaters are still alive. This is just as a proof that beaters can still smash face. It's a really good deck. You don't even need removal in there. You bring it in post sideboard. Other than that, it's pretty resilient. I don't know. Maybe we should play beaters in the league. That'd be interesting. I don't know if it's viable enough against the fires. I'm curious, but I don't know if I'm ready to spend $10 for the beaters right now. Especially facing mono red with beaters. We were looking at the lists. I was looking at this list already. It was a 5-0 list that was dumped today. Nothing very interesting other than the Scavenger News main board. Everything else is pretty basic. Deadweights, 1 Duras, but 3 Thoughtseize, 2 Soul Guide Lanterns, 2 Shaper's Sanctuary. I like that card. I used it in beaters before. I like it a lot. Barrier Breach. I'll tell you why I'm not using Barrier Breach. Barrier Breach is great against cards like, not just cards, against decks like Orzo Auras. In Orzo Auras, there are a lot of enchantments. That's why it's good. If you're looking to pay 3 mana to exile Heliod, it's not that great. I would rather use something more versatile, like Unravel the Aether, because it also hits artifacts too, and it doesn't exile, it just tucks it away into the deck. Yes, there is a risk of one drawing it again, but I mean, people are playing 4 copies of that card, or 3, no matter, so they still have a chance of drawing it, so I think Unravel is much better. It's more versatile, it's better overall. Haven't seen Ors of Auras in like 2 weeks already, I think. Not gonna lie, I actually like this, and I'm gonna keep it. Going second here. Jason Speyer is against us. Choke Vastery, oh fun. This will most certainly gonna be Inverter deck. One has a Swamp in hand. Turn 1, Bloomin' Marsh, Pelt Collector. Turn 2 is going to be Widen Constructor. Turn 3 is going to be Stoneclaw Serpent. As aggressive as it can be. Hopefully we don't see a lot of resistance. Resistance. Trial of Ambition. Why you gotta be like that, man? Yeah, I'm gonna have to sacrifice him. Not nice. Very not nice. I don't like him anymore. Trial of Ambition. Always hitting the card since Amonkhet came up. Alright, Castle Garenbrig. Well, let's play a Wine Constructor. I'm gonna pinch an idea here right now. I was actually thinking about trying out Omori with the beaters. We're gonna lose Nissa as a result, Ozlet, and Hardened Scales. But it's so good. Just if you think about it, it's a completely different deck. It's like a different version of Hardened Scales without Hardened Scales. But we get Constrictor, and we get a couple of different other pieces. But it looks good on the paper when you look at it. Then get to actually build it and think of it. There are slightly different cards that should be used there. Fatal Push. Gonna be highly controlled here. Castle Garenbrig. Experiment 1. Let's play Serpent right now. Pass the turn. Next turn we can play Nissa. We can downscale it and have 6 damage on board. Let's see how much more removal he has. Fatal Push once again. Sure. A lot of removal. Unbelievable amounts of removal for creatures. I don't know how he's playing against blue-white control here. Experiment 1. Oh man, seriously. Okay, let's play Experiment 1. Let's play Nissa too, because why not? I wouldn't be surprised if it just gets countered altogether right now. All of a sudden. No counter. Let's play Nissa. This is gonna get countered. 100%. If he has a counter. No, Omen. Gotta find more removal, I guess. Hate playing against black. Hate playing against anything. Everything is so controlling right now in the format. Nobody's playing anything else but combo decks with ton of removal. I would prefer playing against mono red. At least that's fun, quick, less exhausting. Attack him for 3, what he did. Straight in the face. Pass the turn. Didn't find a push, so I guess 2 pushes is enough. Fifth land. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Thassa's Oracle. Boo. Oh, Siren gonna lose that next turn. Next turn he's gonna Yorion, flicker all three of these. That's such a headache. Second Stone Coil. Okay. Let's play that for 6. Go to combat, hit him for 3. At least now I can get past Yorion if it doesn't have removal. Put a card on the top, so I'm guessing it does have a solution for this. If it's a board wipe, well... Inverter? Okay. I mean, it makes sense. Next turn he's gonna have a win, of course. Guess what I have to do right now is kill Thassa's Oracle somehow. Maybe draw a Walking Ballista. That would be great. Of course it's Lionel always. Of course. Did you guys have any doubt? I didn't have any doubts at all. I knew it was gonna be Lionel always. Yeah, even if opponent doesn't know how to win this, I know that he has a win through Thassa's Oracle, so we can just go to game 2. I'm gonna take that and part of the sects here as well. I'm gonna grab Scavenging Ooze too. Cards to take out. 1, 2. 3, 4, 5. Gonna keep 2 Hydras in, just because growing them is pretty good. Maybe I should have left these 2 in and took out the Hydra altogether. Maybe this is better. We are on a play here. Gotta be a little bit more aggressive here, I guess. Alright, while opponent is thinking, let's get back to looking at the list. I believe this is the only list of Hardened Constricted that was in this league. Qualifier. Oh, there's Parrot again. I've been seeing this name pretty often with the Hardened Scales already. It's like 7th or 8th time I see it. Maybe even longer, actually. This is very similar to what we run, except he's running Evolutionary Leap. We run Witch's Own. And he has Mutavolt and Orberg here. Okay, Mr. Parrot. And 520, I want to see that too, I didn't see this either. Boar's Burn, winning the preliminary. No hardened skills. And the Magic Online Super Qualifier, I want to see that. Also no hardened constructor. Alright. Playing first. No 1-drops. Gonna be a hardened mulligan here. Definitely a keep. Drop 1 Forest. Bloom and Marsh into Pelt Collector. Wanna draw a Wine Constructor here. But if we don't, well, Hardened Scales is gonna be the play. Choked Estuary. Got an Island in hand. Walking Ballista. See if he has a Fatal Push here. No Fatal Push. It's an opt. Next turn, plan is to play Ballista. Hopefully we'll level up the Pelt Collector. And then turn after that we will play Anissa. Alright, our turn. Scavenger Ooze. Huh. Gonna keep that for now. Castle Garenbrick. Yeah, let's play Ballista. Let's go to combat and hit him for... Guess we're not gonna hit him. Just pass the turn. Opponent plays nothing. Wine Constructor. Late to the party. I'll play it. Go to combat, hit him with the Ballista. Swift and the Wine Constructor. Sure. Cry of the Carnarium. I'm gonna have to hit him. Avatar. I'm gonna play Nissa here. Play Nissa +1 Nissa. Pass the turn. I'm gonna see Inverter right now. So he has all the pieces in hand. What saves me right now? Well, any removal spell would be something I would like. Of course, we're not gonna get that. Well, that's a loss, by the way. If he has a combo, he's gonna play it next turn, and that's it. And he wouldn't play Inverter without having the combo. Okay. Pass as a local. Good games. Inverter still is a thing. We need some kind of solution for Inverter other than Lost Legacy. It's too slow, I think. Gotta dwell on that for a little bit. Thoughtseize would definitely be a must against that. Well, anyways, I think we're gonna finish the stream here, and tomorrow we will do a league around the same time, maybe around 6 Eastern Standard Time. Well, let me know if you have any suggestions, especially on the Inverter matchup. Maybe you have some weird cards that you think would do great against it, so definitely let me know. YouTube will be updated probably tomorrow night, I think. I have a ton of videos to upload there from like 2 past weeks. And thanks a lot for joining. Hope you enjoyed. Today was kind of a slackish day. We did like a 50-50. Not really satisfied, but again, we were testing the Merchant's Dog Hand, which is not that good. At least that's my conclusion. Chamber Sentry is a much better construct than this, and overall, I think it's not worth including in this list. But it's worth building around it. Of course, maybe there are other interesting ideas around it, but not on this list in particular. Hope you guys will be able to join me tomorrow, and hope you guys have a great day. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. See you guys.